Hey everyone, it's Alexander Robinson. Welcome to the channel, and this is my retro review for Bram Stoker's Dracula, which came out in 1992 and is directed by Francis Ford Coppola. The movie stars Keanu Reeves as Jonathan Harker, who goes up to Castle Dracula for a business arrangement just before he's about to marry his fiancée, played by Winona Ryder. Once he gets to the castle, though, he is soon entrapped by Dracula's wives, and Dracula himself, played by Gary Oldman, heads back over to London to try to seduce Jonathan's fiancée, because at the beginning of the movie, he had a history with the love of his life that looks very much like Jonathan Harker's fiancée. Happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you are enjoying this day, and I hope your Halloween celebration was a relaxing one, because this year has been exhausting for me. It's been fun, though, between doing all the Halloween haunts like Dark Harbor, Not Scary Farm, and Halloween Horror Nights, and reviewing all the Universal Monster movies, which I'm still not done with. It's been fun, but it's also been a lot, and I'm kind of ready for this season to be done. But anyway, we're taking a break from the Universal Monster reviews to review Bram Stoker's Dracula. This is a viewer-picked retro review voted on by you guys and nominated by John McKinney over at my YouTube membership page. So if you want the ability to nominate a future retro review in the future, then you can join YouTube memberships. If not, then you still have the power to vote on the movies that the members pick. But anyway, he nominated Bram Stoker's Dracula. Thank you for that. And this makes it the second Francis Ford Coppola movie I reviewed on the channel. The first, unfortunately, was Megalopolis, which I don't think has ever gotten a home media release, and is about to get a documentary about its production, which I'm actually curious to see whenever that comes out. But anyway, I've heard a lot about this movie, a lot of mixed opinions on Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I can definitely see where the mixed opinions on this movie comes from, because it's got an amazing look to it. Every single thing in this movie in terms of the production value is top-notch. The production design is outstanding. The costumes are Oscar-worthy. They won, in fact. The cinematography is absolutely gorgeous. There are just amazing artistic decisions throughout this entire movie that gives this story new life. The Bela Lugosi Dracula may be the most iconic, but I feel like it's this movie that is the best looking Dracula film, because it is just beautiful in every sense of the word. And unfortunately, all of this is put above story and character. This is a fine example of a movie that is style over substance, because the story itself is not bad. I mean, it's another retelling of Dracula, but you just don't really care a whole lot. You're so mesmerized by the production value that the stuff that's supposed to matter doesn't really feel as strong. And it's more surprising considering that this is the same director as The Godfather and Apocalypse Now. So, I mean, it was the 90s and those movies came out in the 70s, so it might be safe to say that Coppola was not the same director he was in 1992 as he was back in 1972. The characters aren't super memorable, and the way the film is structured, it can be a little boring and sometimes a tad confusing. There are points where you forget about other characters, and it just feels a little disjointed. But even then, the actors do a really good job in their roles. Most of them. You have Gary Oldman as Count Dracula, and he takes on so many different appearances in this one movie, but nails all of them. He's a really good Dracula. Anthony Hopkins is fantastic as Dr. Van Helsing. Winona Ryder is decent. There's not a lot to her, but she does a good job. Richard E. Grant is good. 99% of the actors in this movie do an amazing job, and it's proof that Francis Ford Coppola is a good director with actors. But what about that 1%? Well, that 1% is Keanu Reeves. He is one of two things in this movie that I look at and go, why? Why is Keanu Reeves in this movie? Because he feels so out of place. His performance is so wooden, and he just sticks out like a sore thumb. Now, I know Keanu Reeves can be good in certain movies, like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which I think is his best movie, Point Break, The Matrix, and I'll say the first John Wick. He's somewhat effective in the sequels, but overall, I don't think Keanu Reeves is a very good actor. That being said though, I actually think he does a good job with the narration. The narration of this movie, in which the characters are reading through their journals, when it comes to Keanu Reeves as Jonathan Harker, his voiceover is actually not too bad. It's just when he's in front of the camera and he has to talk, that's when I find myself smirking and going, oh my god, he is a terrible actor in this. And the one moment of the movie that really made me laugh is when he's basically held prisoner by Dracula's brides before Dracula leaves the castle, and he goes, "Ah!" The reason that made me laugh is because I remember watching the AVGN episode of the Dracula games, and that moment from the movie plays in the Sega CD game, but you have that really low-res scream. So that was just funny, but overall, Keanu Reeves is the one weak point when it comes to the actors. And then the other thing in this movie that made me go, why, is the first appearance of Dracula. For as great as this movie looks, with, again, production design, costume, cinematography, makeup, and hair, when you first see Dracula in the castle when Jonathan Harker arrives, you just can't help but laugh. Like, what is up with the heart-shaped hairdo? I tried watching this with a serious face because I've been so familiar with the Simpsons parody of Bram Stoker's Dracula where Mr. Burns has that look. And I was well aware that this was coming. Like, I knew there was no escaping it. It's like, okay, I've seen this look of Dracula, it's ridiculous, but maybe within the context of the movie, I could take it seriously. As soon as he popped up, it wasn't 2 seconds before I went, it just doesn't work. However, in all fairness, Dracula doesn't look like that for the entire movie. It's just the opening, and the rest of the movie, again, it's visually a spectacle to look at. It is an amazing movie to just watch with the sound off, or if you just have the score playing somewhere else. It's an amazing film, but it lacks a heart, and I just don't find it to be as memorable as the Bela Lugosi version, or even the Spanish version of the original Dracula. So, because the visual aspect of this movie is so strong, and I was never bored, I will say this movie is good. I can definitely see why people have gravitated towards this movie over time and why it's gained a reputation of being a cult classic, but the things that aren't so strong about this movie really bring it down, especially when you consider who the director is. So I'm glad I saw this, I enjoyed it, but I don't see myself rewatching this immediately. And there you go, that's my review for Bram Stoker's Dracula. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, everyone, have a happy Halloween. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your Halloween season. Go watch some scary movies, go party, go trick-or-treating, do whatever you want to do for the Halloween season. Just be safe out there. Stay tuned for the remainder of my Universal Monster review series. Even though the Halloween season is done, I'm not gonna give up and just save the rest of the movies till next year. I'm finishing it as soon as I can, so keep your eyes open for the rest of those reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I want to give a special thank you to my subscribers and YouTube members right over here. You guys are the reason why this channel continues to grow every day, and if you want to help to financially support the channel and be able to nominate future retro movie reviews like this one, you can join YouTube memberships for as little as $1.99 a month. But until next time, I want to know what you guys think about Bram Stoker's Dracula. If you've seen it, whatever your opinion is, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button to get notifications. If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, you can find me on these social media platforms and my theme park and travel channel right here on YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, have a good day and take care of yourselves.